welcome to another episode of Around the Clock. For those who are new to the channel, my name is John, and my personal goal is to own, experience, and modify as many unique cars as possible. Today, I'm going to be giving you a status update on my modded 997 C4S. Alright everyone, so as I mentioned today, I just wanted to provide you all with a status update on my 997 C4S that I picked up about a couple weeks ago at this point, but I haven't really done a video since I first got the car, so I just kind of wanted to give you a status update as to kind of how everything has been going. So we'll start with the front and work our way around to the side, but to start, obviously, we went with the Morimoto XB Headlights, and as I've mentioned, I ran these before on my silver 997. I absolutely love the look of it. I love how it's black housing. I like how it does have the silver trim around the edge, kind of like your OEM headlight. And obviously, I love the 4 LEDs, which kind of gives it a more modernized look. Regarding the trim around here, I'm not 100% sure if I really like it or not. I know that it flows with the rest of the car, but there are a couple ideas that I have to kind of cover this up. I did buy like a carbon fiber like eyebrow piece, and obviously nothing on the car is really carbon on the outside. So it is currently at paint getting color matched, the gloss black. And then there are also some other options that I'm exploring just to kind of see what it looks like if I were to delete the silver around that. But I'll keep you posted and updated, once those things come in, and I'll share that with you. Moving over here, as you can see, I did replace the hood crest with the silver and black one. I've run this crest on my first black Carrera 997 Aero car, and also on my last silver 997, and I just think it's a really clean look. As you know, the color scheme of this car is primarily black and silver, so I thought it would flow well, and also the OEM emblem was definitely showing signs of wear, so it was time to replace it anyway, but I did keep it just in case. So moving on down to here, this is kind of like your fog light, daytime running light area. As you can see, I wrapped the OEM lens in like a yellow vinyl, and the reason I decided to do that is to kind of give a little contrast to the front end. As you know, the work wheels that I have gold hardware, so I thought that the yellow kind of tied into that and definitely stood out. And I also replaced all the bulbs in here with LEDs. So the fog light bulb, the turn signal bulb is white, the fog light bulb is yellow. And then I think the previous owner had done one of the other bulbs in like a white LED. So all of the lighting in here is LED. This is temporary, as I did order a replacement LED daytime running light housing, but they were on back order. But I believe it should be shipping out this week, but I'll keep you guys updated with that. It is like a black housing smoke finish, which I think is going to flow well with the headlights. But once they come in, I will do a video and kind of share the installation process and show you guys what it looks like. And if for whatever reason I miss the look of the yellow, I'm actually just going to wrap the new daytime running lights in yellow vinyl as well. Now, moving along to the front, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the front lip is missing. And it's not damaged, it's not broken, but I'm a huge fan of color matching the front lip to the car. I did it on my first black Aero car and also my last silver one. So I removed the OEM front lip, which was like a raw urethane finish. And I also bought a spare OEM GT3 front lip or Aero front lip for the car, just because I know that things happen when you drive the car. It can get, messed up. It could be scraped, whatever it is. I know that I don't like the way the car looks without the lip, so I wanted to have a spare. So both of the front lips are actually at paint right now, getting color matched, and I'm hoping to have it back onto the car by the end of the week. So moving right along, I did the Morimoto XB Sidemarkers. They are orange LED Even though they look clear, they light up amber to match all of the turn signal lighting on this car, except for the front right now. It's all kind of yellow, but when the new one comes, the turn signal lighting will be amber and it will match with the rest of the car. But I did these. It has a smoked finish. I do think that it flows well with the rest of the car, since the theme is kind of like black, silver, so, you know, kind of darker accents on lighter accents. I think it's going to look pretty good. In addition to that, I had a spare set of side markers, and on my first black Aero car, I color matched them just because normally when you get these cars, those side markers normally light up with, you know, the parking lights and your low beams and everything like that. But it's been coded out, so this way it's only used as a turn signal. So even if you were to turn on your lighting, that doesn't illuminate unless you put on your turn signal. So I took the spare set of side markers that I had, and I actually had those color matched as well. Not even really color matched, but it's gonna be a very dark smoke to where it looks black, but it's still translucent, so the lighting can come through when you do engage your turn signals. So moving right along, you know, the car still has its factory rocker panels, but I did receive my OEM pair of GT2 rocker panels, and I did test fit them on the car just to see how fitment would be and to get an idea of how it looks. And it looks absolutely amazing for a couple reasons. One, these OEM rocker panels have definitely, you know, seen better days, and especially in that area, rocks, debris, and stuff is normally known to kind of hit that area, which is why they put, you know, the PPF over there in the rear quarter panel. But not only is it going to look fresh because I'm having them painted and color matched along with some other parts, but also the styling of them. They are slightly more aggressive than the OEM, but in a very subtle way to where it'll flow well with the Aero front and the GT3 rear of this car. So those are currently at paint. Like I said, by the end of the week, I should have all of the items back from paint. So moving right along, I also did the Morimoto XB Taillights in red. As I've mentioned before, you can kind of get these in like the smoke gray finish, or you can get the red. I think that the red actually contrasts really well with the calipers that are on the car. And not only that, it looks pretty clean. I also like in this center area how it's kind of like, it's not completely clear, but it's got like a gunmetal housing. So it kind of flows with the front lighting, you know, the headlights and both the side markers. So I do like how all of that kind of flows together. Now, moving right along to the inside, I did some small, subtle things. So the first thing I did is the Pro Clip USA phone mount. And what I love about it is, you know, I don't like to stick things on my windshield. I don't like to stick things on my dash. I just think it's kind of tacky looking. And this is just really clean, and it's out of the way, and it's also vehicle specific, and it's phone specific as well. So if you go to Pro Clip USA and you put in your information, this is the combination that you'll get. And everything attaches really clean. There's a part that tucks behind the panel back there. And then there's like a 3M adhesive on the other side of this that holds on to that. And then it kind of like hooks around to this panel right here. But like I said, it's very clean, very subtle, and out of the way. Another one of the small things that I did that you can't really see here, but you know, the car has this aftermarket radio, and over there in the corner, there was like several wires. There was one for like USB, there was like a mini jack plug, a couple of them were just hanging out there. So just like I did in the silver one, I removed the panel in that area, kind of tucked everything back, and then tucked the wire through. So this way, the cable is just coming out of this little cubby hole, and I left just a little bit amount of slack just so it has enough to connect to the phone. It's just not dangling there, but definitely nice, clean, small, subtle modification. Something that most people probably wouldn't even pick up on. So one of the last modifications that I recently installed on the car is this carbon fiber competition fab speed intake. Now, I know there's a lot of debate whether it actually adds horsepower or if the factory airbox is better. I mean, if you think about it, your factory airbox is enclosed, so when it gets hot in there, it doesn't affect it quite as much as having these cone intakes completely exposed. But with that being said, one thing that wasn't debatable that everyone could agree upon is that it does improve the sound of the car, and it definitely does sound really good. Now, I will say the car sounded great before, and after installing, I did take it out, and it still sounds amazing. I don't know if I can really say that it sounds better, but it definitely has like just a very nice, clean, deep tone. And because this exhaust is kind of so loud, it's really hard to hear any intakes, but it does sound really good. And like I said, this wasn't something I was initially planning on doing, but it kind of came up, and you know, with the thought of being able to improve the sound of what I already thought sounded amazing, you know, I was willing to try it out, and so far I'm very happy with it, but I did keep my factory airbox just in case. Another small subtle modification that I decided to do to the car is replace the OEM chrome housing headlight nozzle with a gloss black one. Now, I know the color theme of this car is black and silver, however, I do feel like the chrome seems out of place in that specific area, especially because there's a lot of gloss black painted surface, so I thought that the gloss black nozzle would blend in with everything else in that area. So I went on to Amazon, and I was able to find them individually. I think they were $17 each, and they are replacement nozzles, and they're super easy to replace. It's just a matter of lifting up the nozzle, undoing the tab to unclip it, and pulling it straight out, and the new one clips right in. So I would highly recommend this modification for anyone with the 997 that's not super crazy about the chrome housing and just wants it to be a little less noticeable. That is it for the car. Once I have everything together, I'll do another video just kind of going over it and showing you what everything looks like put back together. But hopefully you guys enjoy the progress. You know, feel free to leave your comments and opinions and you know, kind of feedback below. I always love hearing from you guys. But otherwise, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.